Hey besties, welcome back.
Welcome back to Inspired
If
Delusions.
you're new here, my name is
And
Kayma,
I'm Olivia.
and we are your delusional besties.
Hey,
Hey
besties.
besties, how are you guys? Are you feeling amped up after last episode?
Yeah, it was
Because
good.
that was some good energy.
Fiery energy.
Fiery
We got
energy.
some responses
We
saying
got
that they could
so
feel.
many good comments.
Yeah.
People were like, "Damn, like thank you. I guess you had to yell at me to stand the fuck up." And we're like, "Mhm."
Yeah, we're getting a little bit more serious, guys. I'm glad that resonated.
Yeah.
We're going to be yelling at you a lot more.
Never
So strap
that.
in.
Never that. But yeah, just really, really clarifying that we are delusional in Inspired Delusions.
Inspired Delusions,
Yeah.
my love.
Mm-hmm.
We've been, working with some of our clients on goals and goals for the end of the year and things like that. And some of our clients are giving us not delusional goals. And we're like, oh, come on, babe.
It came to our attention that maybe we weren't clear when we said think bigger.
Think big.
Okay, that feeling, that uncomfortable feeling, that resistance, that anxiety in your stomach, the butterflies, we want you to push up against that. And then we want you to use the tools we talked about, right? Our 3R formula, all
Mm-hmm.
the different modalities you have access
Mm-hmm.
to be able to overcome it,
Yeah.
to normalize it, to breathe through it, to be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I am worthy. I am source. Duh, everything works out for me. Of
Yeah.
course, I create the reality I want to live in.
Yeah.
Okay, guys? So think bigger.
We are being so delusional. And I love the idea of being delusional, like obviously with money. Me and Kames have very delusionally big goals with like growing the business and living a life of luxury and things like that. But I also really, really love being delusional in the sense of like holding hope for the world.
Yeah.
Cause it's like sometimes that feels a little bit delusional, being like, yeah, we're going to a new earth, like there's gonna be peace on earth, like everyone's gonna be good. That might feel a little bit delusional, but that's why it's so important to hold the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do. I do know what you mean. I see and feel slash experience why the resistance is there, like why you come up against these tough feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're part of the ID community, part of the Inspired Delusions community,
Mm-hmm.
we are really the ones to live in light and love and to
Yeah.
share that and pass that on to other
Yeah,
people.
exactly. We really are. It's a movement. It's
It
a
is a
delusional
movement.
movement
It
of
is.
keeping your hopes up and, focusing on the good and realizing there really is so much love and light around.
Mhm.
And sometimes we just have to be a little bit more intentional, like looking for it
Yeah.
and
Looking for it and amplifying it.
amplifying it.
I love when our
Exactly.
Bluetooth is on. Touch
Our
my forehead.
minds. Third eye to third eye.
Third eye to third eye. I love when we're saying the same
I
thing.
know, right? Well, I am gaining psychic abilities,
Oh yeah.
guys.
I think we've you've sprinkled that in the
Yeah.
last few episodes about being like psychic and stuff, but
Yeah.
Olivia's working on her intuition. Past
Yes.
her
It's
intuition.
working.
Mhm.
I'm trying to tap into the intuition, tapping into these I was gonna say extraterrestrial
But
abilities, but what is it? Like, I don't know, extra sensory
yeah.
abilities, maybe.
Yeah,
Because
like
everyone
past your
is.
five senses.
Yeah, apparently everyone is psychic and you just have to tap into it.
Yeah,
So
everyone has gifts.
yeah.
You're either attuned to it or not, but everyone can strengthen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Liv's working on strengthening hers. I am too. Still trying to see the blue beings when I meditate. Still trying to get a hug. But anyway, so this kind of ties into what we wanted to talk about today, which is the how. We
Yeah.
keep getting asked about the how. We keep running into the how. And the truth is, it's none of our business.
Fuck the
The
how.
how is none of our business. And that is something that even Olivia and I have to really say to ourselves all the time, especially when we are coming up against bigger dreams or manifestations or goals
Mhm.
that we set for ourselves. And we're kind of like, oh, how's that going to happen? We literally have to remind ourselves, we're like, the how is none of our business.
Mhm.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, it really is such a life hack, such a
Mhm.
manifestation hack to realize you don't need to know the how.
Right.
Like you really do not need to know the how. Holding the vision of exactly what you want and, using the law of assumption, using
Mm.
the power of your imagination. If you are just holding the end result, holding a vision of you celebrating, you already received all of your manifestations, it's going to end up getting there. Like so many people hold themselves back because they're worried about the how. They don't let themselves dream big, right? That's what we were talking to some of our clients with of like, oh, I was getting caught up on the how. I was getting caught up on like, I didn't want to put this down on the end of the year because I was like, realistically, how is that going to happen? Like that can't happen. And that's where frequency defies rationality, my
Mhm.
loves. You can quantum leap so much in a day, in a week, in a month. Like you have no idea what could happen and the extent to which you could, receive your manifestations if you are just asking for it
Mhm.
and holding the vision.
Mhm. Yeah, your only responsibility really is to align to the version of you that would be receiving it.
Mhm.
So ask yourself, okay, what does the person look like? What do they feel? What do they believe? What do they think? What actions are they taking
Mhm.
when they have X, Y, and Z?
Mhm.
And so stepping into that person and really embodying that person. And we were talking about last week, are you becoming or are you being?
Yeah.
Be that person who is in receivership, in receiver mode, because to some degree, it's probably different than the person you are right now, if
Mhm.
we're being honest.
Listen, confession time.
Confess, guys, confess.
Confess
Are
to
you
us.
being the person who receives it all? And naturally, when you put yourself in alignment, the how works itself out.
Yeah.
That's when the unexpected comes in. That's when the opportunities arise. That's when you start having good conversations with people and things come up.
Mhm.
Or I don't know, like crazy manifestations have been had around the world, like different people sharing their experiences. Like
Mhm.
if you go on YouTube or Reddit and look for crazy law of assumption or manifestation testimonials, there's so many. And that's a really good expander too. That's something I used to love, slash I still love looking at, is because people really manifest the unexpected. Like
Mhm.
miracles literally like shape shift
Yeah.
and become created right in front of your eyes,
Yeah,
essentially.
you're shifting to a different version of reality.
Hmm.
You're shifting to a version where you get exactly what you want, and there's infinite versions of reality. So of course, there's a version where some crazy miraculous thing happens for you to get your manifestation, like sooner than you thought was possible, or whatever it is. Like miracles happen every single day,
Hmm.
and it's a miracle that we are alive today.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
miracle we didn't get hurt
Car
in a car
accident.
accident.
I have we shared that
I don't
story?
know, maybe not.
Should we share it now?
Yeah, yeah.
You start.
Okay, so there's this story of this guy,
It was like on David Guillaume's podcast, right?
maybe,
Or
maybe.
somebody was talking about it.
Yeah, I think Emma in the Brain brought it up, but anyways, I liked it, and there's this guy who was talking to a friend, and the guy was like, "Oh my god, I got in a car crash today, but I survived. Like I survived. It's a miracle. It's a miracle I survived." And then the other guy, the friend who didn't get in a car crash, was like, "Well, it's a miracle that I didn't get in a car crash." And it was just like, I mean, yeah, I can see how that could be annoying.
No,
Someone,
Olivia liked that story, and I
yeah.
said, "Fuck no." If I was the guy who was the one in the accident, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I survived," and like you were talking to me, and you're like, "Yeah, glad I didn't get in a car accident," I'd be like, okay.
But
But
the
in hindsight, I
moral,
understand it. It's just finding
yeah,
gratitude in literally every single thing,
yes.
especially when something is brought to your attention of it could have happened, but
Mhm.
thank God I'm here. Thank God
Yeah.
everything's good.
Yeah, the moral of the story is that we every single day, we should wake up and be like, it's actually a miracle that we are alive, that we are
Yeah.
healthy, God willing, and we're able to create a life that we love. Like, or even just waking up. Like that really is a miracle.
Totally. I mean, the how does your body know to keep breathing
I
throughout
know.
the night and to digest your food throughout the night
Mhm.
and to I don't even know. Like the body itself is a
The
miracle.
body is so smart.
So smart.
It's like a 1 in trillion% chance that each person is like alive right now. So it really is such a miracle that we're
Is that a
alive.
real number?
Yeah, it is actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I think. Pretty sure I heard that one time. But yeah, so we really, really do take so many things for granted. Make sure you're not
Mhm.
taking things for granted. Make sure you're focusing on gratitude and being so grateful for your life. And
Mhm.
that really is the gateway to abundance.
Yeah.
Gratitude is the gateway to abundance.
Gratitude is a gateway to abundance. It's the ultimate state of receivership. When you are putting out feelings of gratitude, love, excitement, joy, it it like echoes back to you.
Mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
comes right back like a portal
Yeah,
into your
exactly.
heart, into your space, into your field. You can share that with the people around you,
Mm-hmm,
right? Like
mm-hmm.
I'm like when you feel grateful and you talk about it, it makes me feel grateful.
Yeah,
And hopefully we do that for you guys, slash I know we do.
yeah.
But I also want to talk about going back to being in alignment
Mm-hmm,
and the how. I feel like a lot of times the answers are right in front of us.
mm-hmm.
We just self sabotage.
Yeah.
We say, no, that's too hard, or that doesn't feel good, or if I'm meant to follow my joy, then I wouldn't have to kind of work or put my like just kind of get up and do what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have to use discernment in that moment, because I think there's a difference between, okay, this is really uncomfortable. I haven't done this before. I
Mm-hmm.
feel unfamiliar, but I can push myself to the next limit, versus, oh no, like I'm in danger. This isn't safe. This isn't what I meant to do.
Yeah.
And a great way to do that is through meditating. Is through meditating and listening to your thoughts, and
Mm-hmm.
listening and, practicing that intuition, where you are just sifting through what you're thinking about, you're observing everything, and you're really asking yourself, is this putting me on a path to receive everything I desire?
Yeah, observing your thoughts is so, so crucial. It
Mm-hmm.
really, really is. Spending time meditating, spending time in stillness. Like, so many people are afraid to do that because they're afraid of their thoughts. And it's like, hey, if you're afraid of your thoughts, if you can't sit still and listen and do nothing, that's a sign that you
Yeah.
need to do it. My loves, I know, I'm so sorry. Some people really have a lot of resistance towards meditation, but truly, that is like one of the main things that we have every single one of our clients do, because you really do know the answers. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
When you're trying to level up your life, level up your income, level up your self concept, it's like you really do know the answers. Like, your higher self is always trying to talk to you. Your angels, your guides, divine is always like giving you these little whispers
Yeah.
of, action to do, or these ideas or whatever, these downloads. And it's like so many of us are just running around so much without even like taking the time to listen.
Yeah.
So many of y'all.
We're pointing it.
Not me.
No pointing
Not
fingers.
me ever.
No, the meditation, I feel like we've been really trying to hammer it in for you guys. We took a break. I don't know why, but
No, we took a break from hammering it in. We didn't take a break
yes.
from meditating.
Yes. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't take a
We didn't
break.
take a break because we know how good it
We
is.
did not take a break.
We take, I mean, for me, I'd be like maximum like 2 days off,
In
but
between. No.
if anything.
But you're always doing something.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
if you're not meditating, you're still listening to affirmations.
Yes,
If you're not
EFT.
doing affirmations, you're still doing EFT. Like, there's never a day where you're not kind of investing in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Or
Yeah.
even let's say you're not doing any of the modalities. It's still like you're waking up and you kind of are like sitting in silence. You're not looking at your phone.
Yes, true.
So there's always something to do, whether you skip a day or not a day. But we're really hammering in the idea, the
Importance.
thank you, the importance of meditation. Meditating is really that, girl.
It really is.
It really, really, really is. And
how crazy. I think it's just so crazy because I'm like, I really believe like if everyone on the planet meditated for 10, 15 minutes a day, we would be on new earth.
No,
like
we would be on
we
new
really
earth.
would. Meditation is such an underrated hack.
It's so underrated. And the thing about meditating is, if you're not good at it, quote unquote good at it, because like taking any kind of time to just sit with your thoughts, you're good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not good at it, do it again.
Yeah, do it more.
Practice again. Like, there's so many meditations where I've fallen asleep. There's so many meditations where the entire time I'm meant to be sitting and observing my thoughts, I'm having full-blown conversations in my head for the full time I was supposed to sit. And then there's times where it really works, and I really do believe I connected with source or my higher self, or I really went into the quantum field, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So
meditate, guys. Meditate. Also, yeah, this is a quick plug to join our community, the Inspired Delusions community, because if you are an entrepreneur, if you are trying to raise your income, manifest more money, manifest more confidence, that's going to be a major theme of the next few months inside the community, because right now we're about to start, a fear of being seen. Actually, we already started. By the time this episode launches, we have already started fear of being seen. So if you're someone who's really trying to up your like social media presence, for example, if you're trying to up your confidence and, maybe raising your prices or asking for a raise, if you have a corporate job, this is a really, really amazing time for you to hop in our group coaching.
Yes, come join, guys.
Yeah.
But okay, fear of being seen. Love the fear of being seen, because everyone can relate to this.
Yeah.
We talk about it obviously in terms of social media and being authentic on the podcast. But fear of being seen, like you were saying, asking for a raise, talking and telling your ideas on your team at work, having difficult conversations with your friends and family. This is all fear of being seen.
Yes, totally.
Because it all comes back to, humans need people to survive. They need love. They need to feel included. So you shrink yourself because you are scared of being rejected.
Yeah, exactly.
And the good news is you can like hype yourself up and you can rebuild that confidence and you can remind yourself that you are worthy
Mm-hmm.
and what you say matters
Mm-hmm.
and that it is safe to share yourself and it is safe to take up space.
Mm-hmm.
Really. That's another thing. One of our clients was telling us how someone close to her, I guess, like has instilled the idea that if you share too much about your accomplishments, or like you just need to be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, it was telling her like you need to humble
Yeah,
yourself.
literally, someone really important to her was telling her that.
Right. So it really sunk into her subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And she was sharing this with us. And we were like, wait, why?
Yeah.
Being humble doesn't help or hurt anybody around you
Mm-hmm.
the same way that being proud about your accomplishments and taking up space and
Mm-hmm.
speaking highly of yourself doesn't hurt or help like hurt anyone around you. In fact, it helps people around you because then it
Mm-hmm.
inspires them to want to feel the same way about
Yeah,
themselves.
exactly. I mean, we talked about fear of being seen like in detail two episodes ago, so definitely go check that out if you want more. But yeah, just re-emphasizing that you really do deserve to feel so proud of your accomplishments.
Yeah.
You do deserve to feel good, and the feeling of like shrinking yourself or being humble and all these things, it's just like that's an illusion. That's a
Mm.
program that you were taught, or maybe your parents were taught that and then they taught that to you. But it's like truly at the end of the day, people who are loudly, loving themselves, loudly sharing their accomplishments, like those are the inspiring people.
Yeah.
It really helps other people know what's possible. It really helps other people, we need something to put on our vision boards. We need
Yeah.
an example of someone doing something to put on our vision board. So it's
True.
like you really are inspiring other people when you like live loudly, when you take up space. And that's like living authentically, right? Like you don't have to shrink yourself. And when we are being authentic, we really are like authenticity is the highest vibration.
Yeah.
When you are being authentic, you inspire other people to be authentic. And it is very true. And I mean, I think Kames, like you are someone who really appreciates like when people are being authentic. And I do too, guys. But I feel like Kames is like so like you love when people are being authentic, and it's really sweet.
I love when people are authentic. I love
Mm-hmm.
when people are weird. I love
Yeah.
when people are themselves because there's so many types of people on
Yeah,
earth.
there
Like I
are.
just think about the internet too. Like sometimes when you fall down a rabbit hole of something on TikTok and you're
Yeah,
just like, what the heck is
with
this?
millions of views, you're
Millions of
like,
views and you've like
wow.
never heard about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that makes me so happy. And that's why it's important for everyone to be authentic because there are people like you. There are
Mhm.
people with your interests. There are people who they want to feel seen and they
Mhm.
want to feel secure. So it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, showing up authentically, it's a loving act. It's a
Yeah.
really, really loving act. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love when people are themselves.
Yeah. No, me too. Yeah, me too, guys. But yeah, and the fear of being seen is also, I think that also correlates to like asking for more. I think sometimes we shrink and be like, oh, I don't want to ask for too much. I
Yeah.
don't want to like whatever. It's weird. But really remembering you really are so inherently worthy of receiving everything that you want.
Mm.
You getting what you want is helping the world. You are so powerful. You're so amazing. And that is, as y'all know, that's our mission to get that across to every single person because you use this analogy recently and it's a great one of being like, oh, you don't want to be like a prison inside your head.
Mm.
It's like sometimes it's like, is it a prison? Did we
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
Or
I
a
was a
torture
prison. I was
chamber?
a prisoner in my
A
own mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't have to feel that way. Like you really don't have to feel that way. When you rewire your mind, when you regulate your nervous system, it gets so much easier to think more positively, to not ruminate. And that's actually something else too with meditation. Meditation really helps you to be in control of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So in control of your thoughts. Because so many of us, like maybe you'll have, okay, listen, like even us who we've been meditating for a long time, we've been doing this mindset work, we'll have like little triggers come up, right? Little trigger come up, a little thing, like maybe someone said something a little weird or whatever. And it's like either if you're not in control of your mind, if you're not in control of your thoughts, you might spiral. You
Yeah.
might have, get triggered, and then you might spiral and be thinking about it and be anxious and all these things. But if you're in control of your mind, then it's like you catch it and then you're like, no, I don't have to spiral. Like I can
Right.
let that go. I can redirect. I can think more positively. And that's what's so amazing about being in control of your mind.
No, totally. And going off that, just some advice. Nothing is ever that deep.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really not ever that deep people aren't thinking about you the way you think they're thinking about you.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you are spiraling, everything feels so heightened and it's like, oh, actually, it's really not that deep.
Yeah.
And I try to think about what advice would you give to your friend who's
Yeah.
thinking these thoughts.
Yeah.
So it's like observe your mind, observe your thoughts as if you were talking to someone you loved, I guess,
Yeah.
ultimately, and like being reassuring in that way. But yeah, you don't want to be a prisoner in your own mind. It's not
Mhm.
fun.
It's not
It's not fun
fun.
when you're stuck on that loop.
Yeah. And you can talk to your brain. I remember Love Coach Kayla's episode. She was talking about how you can kind of talk to your brain as if, it's its own little entity. And it's like, hey, brain, we're going to be nice today.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't have to spiral. Like, actually, we're going to, talk positively. Even setting your intentions, being like, today is going to be a great day. Today, I'm going to be more positive. Today, I'm going to be nicer to myself. Like, setting your intentions is so powerful. And, that's something that we try to do like really, really, really often, like before every podcast episode, every day, like waking up and being like, today is going to be an amazing day. You're priming your brain to remember, that to seek out amazing things in your life. And when you tell your brain what to look for, you're gonna see it.
You got to activate that RAS.
Activate that RAS.
Choose what you're trying to see throughout the day.
Your brain is just trying to do what it thinks you want it to do, kind of. Like your brain, if you have a belief that all things always go bad or people hate you, your brain literally is neutral. Your brain's just like, okay, I'll make sure you see that. Cool. I'll make sure you see that. No problem. But if you're like, hey, actually, people do like me. I am going to be positive today. I am going to be, stepping into my power as a creator. Your brain's just going to be like, okay, cool. I'll show you that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Our brain loves us.
Our brain loves us. And it thinks it's doing the right thing if it's showing you all the bad things.
It thinks it's doing the right thing, so tell it
what to do.
What to do.
Tell
what
it what
actually
to do.
to do.
And what to look
Be in
for.
control.
Be in control. You're so much more powerful than you know. Okay, besties, if you are listening to this podcast, it's probably because you know deep down that you are meant for more. More confidence, more abundance, and the ability to manifest your biggest, most delusional goals and feel good while you're doing it.
That's why we wanted to remind you about our Inspired Delusions community. This is our virtual group coaching community where we meet live every single Wednesday to lead you through deeper lessons on rewiring your mind, regulating your nervous system, and how to quantum leap into your next level.
We've created an entire resource hub full of our own customized affirmations, EFT tapping, subliminals, shadow work prompts, guides, and tons more resources to support you in this journey.
This space is not only an all-in-one for you to level up, but also a reminder that you are not alone. You have your delusional besties with you to encourage you and hold you accountable.
If you're ready to jumpstart your mindset and manifestation journey, the Inspired Delusions community is the perfect place for you.
The link will be in the show notes, and we can't wait to see you.
Okay, let's get back to the episode.
I want to go back to talking about the how. Answering the question of how is this going to happen. I just want to remind you guys that we don't know how Bluetooth works.
There's a lot of things I have no idea.
We don't know how AirDrop works.
I actually have no. You can AirDrop in the plane when you don't even have signal. Like when I don't think Bluetooth's even working up there. So it's like there's a lot of things that
there's
happen,
a lot of things that we don't know how they happen,
but we just accept it.
We know that it's going to happen. We know when we click a button, the light's going to turn on.
Exactly.
We know that when we switch the TV, that's what I don't get. The TV, the channels, how the channels are all on at the same time.
Oh, yeah, and we're switching.
And you just switch the channels.
Like the radio as well.
Or like a computer chip. I don't understand computer chips. It actually breaks my brain when I try to think about it.
We're not scientists. Hey, we never said we're scientists.
But that being said, there's so many things in our day-to-day that we utilize, and we just have full trust that they're going to work by us telling them to work, essentially. And we don't really understand the how, but they still work out.
Yeah.
So that's what I think of the universe is like. It's like, okay, I don't understand, or just not even the universe, how receiving my manifestations works.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know the how. I'm like, okay, I really want this thing to happen, so then this thing's happen, so then I can get this larger outcome, right? But a lot of times it's, I just want the larger outcome, and the in between, I'm just going to trust it's going to get taken care of. I'm just going to trust it's going to work itself out.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, guys, that you really don't need to stress the how. And also in nature, think about the seasons, in spring, something blooms, and then summer it's ripe, and then fall, it, starts to die off again, and then winter it's dead.
Yeah.
It's like the tree is never like, oh,
I'm dying.
Right. It's never like, are my leaves going to come back? It just
Yes.
naturally knows that it ebbs and flows, and that's a cycle, and it trusts that's always like that's the way it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Trusting that everything's gonna end up being okay, even if you're going through like a
ebb and flow.
an ebb and flow, is actually very similar to something else I was thinking about the other day. Did I say this on the last episode of like, don't be scared on the way down? I
Maybe,
don't.
but we can say it
Yeah,
again.
let's say it again, because I was thinking about this analogy too. Because yeah, we're human. We're gonna go through ebbs and flows in life. I do think it's an upward trend. Like I do think we go down a little bit, but then we go even higher, and then we go down a little bit and even higher. It's not like we're like stagnant our whole life or in the same level, but we're all human. We're going to go through those like up and down moments, like the ebbs and flows. And it's like, hey, if you just know and trust that you're going to be okay on the other side of this flow, on the other side of this ebb, then you can not be scared on the way down. Cause a lot of us are like scared. We're like freaking out. We're panicking if things are going a little bit wrong, or, you're going through this ebb part, right? You're like going on this down moment and we're freaking out and we're scared. But then ultimately every time you're going to be okay. You're going to go get out on the other side of this. So it's like you could either be freaked out the whole time, you could have anxiety the whole time, you could be scared, or you can just be like, okay, this is part of life.
Yeah.
This is part of life. Like I'm not going to be scared on the way down, and because I know I'm going to be okay in the end.
Yeah. And it's a little bit law of polarity in the sense that it's nice to feel the down moments. So then you can really, really appreciate the up moments.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I mean, the human emotions, they're all beautiful. They're all good. Everything comes from the heart. That's from the book. We got that from the book, A Manual for Manifesting Your Dream Life.
My favorite book.
Yes, we love that book. We read it. We reread it often.
Yeah.
But he talks about that in there, and I've been thinking about that a lot because, I've to tie it in with all the things we've been talking about lately. I've really, really, really have been saying, if it's happening, it's helping. If it happened, it's helping. I no longer am thinking of things of, oh, I wish I could go back and change that so then X, Y, and Z will be okay.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it happened. Like there's a reason for it in this timeline for me to understand something so that I can continue to have growth, and not only growth, but exponential growth.
If it's happening, it's helping.
Yes.
If it's happening, it's helping. And really your perspective truly, 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 truly at the end of the day is everything.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing in your life, because something could happen to someone. They could get so pissed off about it. They could be in such a bad mood. It could let them it could make you lower your vibration, whatever. Or someone else could look at it and be like, okay, yeah, this is helping me. Cool. Like what a different perspective shift. Like what a better way to live your life. Two people could have the same, damn near like the same life and the same things that are happening. One person could be pissed off the whole time, and one person could be grateful the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like at the end of the day, how you're feeling, your perspective, your outlook on life literally is so important.
Yeah.
And maybe I even said this on last episode too, but Albert Einstein's one of his quotes, he says, the most important decision you can make in your life is whether or not you believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you decide, hey, actually, this is a friendly universe. I am, working towards my goals. I am going to be able to receive my manifestations. Like I am on the up and up. Like life is good. That is going to be much, much, much better of a mindset to go through your life versus being scared, freaked out, victim mindset your whole life.
Yeah.
So shift your perspective, besties.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And I've had a perspective shift recently.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just thinking there's millions of people who use social media. And as I've started posting more consistently, I'm now like, oh, there's millions of people on this app. It's an honor for my few followers to be following me. So I'm glad you're here. So you guys should go and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And also, no one knows that I'm nervous to be posting.
Yeah, true.
So it's like I'm just showing up as myself, and that's all they know. So I mean, you guys are kind of on the in.
You guys are on the in, and I love it. I love, us being a little bit more like diving into our lives, what we're going through, and you're watching the journey, which is cool. But yeah, that's a great point. Yeah,
I have a cult following.
Yeah, you have a little cult following.
Only the real ones really get to know my personality and my brain
now, but then it's gonna be everyone.
And then it's
millions. But yeah, that's so true. No one really knows how confident you are. No one really knows the behind the scenes, like whatever you are embodying, whatever you are like, I mean, I guess I don't know if this it's like you're being fake. It's kind of like fake it till you make it, embody it till it becomes reality.
I don't even think it's fake it till you make it. Because like in my case, I'm still like so happy to share what I'm sharing because I believe in it and I mean it. But it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable sharing when I've never really shared before.
Yeah.
But I like sharing.
Yeah.
So and
So
more
it's
embodiment.
totally, and it's doing it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but not necessarily people know. It's like, oh, people are just
Right.
like, oh, you're posting more. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, both of us, I feel like have gotten a lot of affirmation and confirmation that people are very impressed by us
Oh,
pushing ourselves.
people are so nice. I'm someone's favorite content creator.
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling.
Yeah. How cool of a feeling is that? It's so cool when we get confirmation that we're inspiring other people, even like friends and family. We've gotten a lot of messages recently, and that's so cool. And that comes with like doing the scary thing and being
Mm.
brave. Okay? Do the scary thing. Put yourself out there. That goes with the fear of being seen as well, of like I mean, especially if we're talking about like social media, a lot of our clients are business owners, and they're, social media is a great place to grow your business and things like that. And so it's like when you put yourself out there and push yourself, maybe make a talking video, maybe like, creating content more, putting yourself out there more, that also is like getting over the fear of being seen.
Mm.
And that equals, more success, more money, like more visibility. And it is safe. Regulating your nervous system is going to be really, really helpful for you to feel safe with that as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And just practice.
Practice. Everything is practice.
Yeah.
Can you say the circuit again? What's the Mel Robbins
I
circuit?
think it's competence to confidence loop,
Okay.
right? So like the more you do it, the more competent you get in it, and then the more competent, the more confident.
Yeah.
And I mean that's very true. I just saw someone had liked one of my TikTok videos from like 2, maybe even almost 3 years ago,
Mhm.
and I happened to see that and I was like, "Oh my god. I
It's way different.
It's way different. Like
Yeah.
I'm so much more confident now,
Yeah.
in what I'm sharing because I've just done it so many times. Like
Right.
sometimes you just have to put yourself out there.
It's the practicing.
Yeah, it's the practicing. And I mean, that's how I felt with I just put out my first or recently put out my first YouTube video,
So
which
exciting.
go subscribe. Maybe I'll put that in the show notes. But that's a humbling moment for me because like I don't have
It was
any.
so good
It was good. No,
though.
it was great. The video was
Oh,
great.
because you don't have people liking it or
No,
like
well, I just don't
watching
have
it,
I don't have, like, a following on YouTube yet, so that's kind of, like, a weird feeling of, like, putting yourself
starting
out there.
over.
Yeah, kinda, like, starting over on a different platform, and, I was looking at it being like, "No, this actually is a great first video, I'm very proud of myself," but I could tell that if I keep doing YouTubes for, the next few months, years, whatever,
Yeah.
I was like, "I know that my quality of everything is about to get so much better, and I'm gonna look back at this moment and be like, wow, like,
Yeah.
whoa." But that's good. I think if you look back at your old stuff and you cringe, that's a good sign.
Right.
So
Like at the moment you were like really proud of yourself and
yeah,
then you're like, "Oh my god, I did that." And then years later you're like, "Oh my god, that was it." Like look how far
kinda.
I've kind of
Look how
grown.
far I've come.
Yeah,
It's gonna be one of those moments.
that is an exciting feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, the practice, you just have to keep practicing over
Mhm.
and over again,
Mhm.
and that in itself is embodiment. Like tell yourself, I mean, no one's going to I don't think there's any area that anyone's ever mean to someone for putting themselves out there. And if
Yeah.
they are, it's because I mean they're just not on your level of consciousness or
Mhm.
they're scared themselves or it makes
Yeah.
them feel good. I don't know. I don't know the psychology behind it. They're not well.
No, they're literally not
They're
well.
not well. So it's like, of course I'm going to practice. Of course I'm going to put myself out there. Okay, it might be a little cringe, but honestly, who cares? Going back
Mhm.
to earlier, I said it's not that deep.
Mhm.
People aren't really watching that intently.
Mhm.
And if they are, they're your fan.
That's your
It's engagement.
fan. Literally,
The
please write some hate
engagement.
comments. That's engagement.
The engagement is great either way.
No, literally. And yeah, totally. If there's any haters out there, they are either unwell in the head mentally or they're fake, they're AI, they're spam bots. So don't stress and you're going to find your people. That's also something that really helped me when I first started posting content was hearing, someone say that your people, your audience, the
Mhm.
people that you are here to help or influence or encourage, they're waiting for you. Like they're waiting
Yeah.
for you to post your stuff. Like not everyone is going to resonate with our stuff. It's like they're waiting for you to post your content, for you to share,
Mhm.
for you to share your art, for you to share your words of encouragement, whatever it is. Like the world's waiting on you, babe. The
Oh my
world's depending
gosh.
on you.
That was
So
so
I
beautiful.
know, right?
And that's why you need to be authentic.
Yeah.
That's what it all goes back to is the authenticity because people like it's just so nice when people find people like them
Yeah, it
or
really
find people
is.
they can relate to
It
or
really is.
understand. Like
Yeah.
that's the community.
Yeah.
That's the safety that we need as human beings. So it's like, be authentic, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
You're inspiring.
Yeah.
And most importantly, be delusional.
Be
Be
delusional.
delusional and really, really, really get your dreams up.
Mhm.
Make them big, make them
Mhm.
crazy and
Crazy.
and welcome that uncomfortable feeling.
Mhm. Yeah,
So,
exactly. Be delusional, guys. Expand your mind. Hold the vision. We're all heading to the new earth.
mhm.
And yeah, life is good. You deserve good things. Get your hopes up. Tell yourself you're amazing. Be nice to yourself. And listen to our episodes over and over and over again and share with a friend.
Yeah, share and make sure you're following. That really helps with our analytics.
Yeah,
So,
gosh.
yeah, but we will talk to you next week, besties.
See you soon.
Bye.